Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all good. I just wanted to proofread this brief before I start typing it up tomorrow. Oh, it's raining. 1 second. Oh. Yeah, the rain is coming down pretty hard. I didn't know it was gonna rain today. Yep, so today is September 4th, 2025. The time is midnight. And some of you are asleep. I'm still up. I'm almost always up around this time. And that's just the way it's been for me for quite a while, dealing with this court case. So I don't know if some of you know this, some of you already do. So July 23rd, the judge did a virtual final decision over the phone, and she basically dismissed my FPO case. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to appeal her decision within a 45-day period of time. And there's just lots of stuff that happened between then and now. And so right now what I'm doing is I drafted a brief to support my motion. I'm requesting an extension to file for the appeal because after my surgery and my recovery, there simply just wasn't enough time to take care of the appeal process at all. And I wasn't able to return to work. I still haven't even put in a solid week of work yet. So I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do all this in such a very short period of time. So, yeah. Yes, mystery. All right, Nush. You good? You want to say hello? Brr. All right, Nush. All right. Mystery, say hello to everybody. Here you go. All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna proofread this, and I mean, this is my first time writing a brief, and I honestly don't know the language for writing briefs, but I did the best I could. So I'm not gonna mention the defendant's name. I'm just gonna use the word defendant where his name is, and I'm just gonna read it like that, okay? So this is a handwritten, believe it or not, this is a handwritten draft, and it looks pretty neat. But some courts don't take handwritten briefs, some do, but there's a chance they might reject it if it's not legible. I think I write pretty neat, but I'm gonna have to type it just in case somebody wants to be a douchebag. So anyway, I, the appellant, Sonia Angelimo, respectfully request and submit this brief in support of the motion to extend the time to file a notice of appeal by your discretion in accordance to your scheduling and deadlines. The trial judge, the Honorable Joanne Cochola, issued her final decision over the phone on July 23rd, 2025, dismissing the final protective order case. I was given a 45-day deadline from the date of her decision to appeal. The trial was on July 10th, 2025, and on this day, I made it known I was pending surgery and requested for the trial to be moved to a future date. But my request was denied, and I endured the trial under great duress and physical pain. My surgery was moved to an earlier date on August 13th, 2025, and I was unable to return to work during my initial recovery. After my post-op checkup, I was cleared for light duty work, but my recovery time was extended to September 14th, 2025. Due to the recovery, I was unable to tend to the process of appealing while incurring financial loss of income. The end of the 45-day deadline ends on Saturday, September 6, 2025. I am attending a funeral or memorial service on Friday, September 5th, 2025 in New York City. The service is for a friend and former co-worker that me and the defendant know well. His name was Kyle Williamson. I must pay my respects even in a time like this. When Kyle was alive, he always checked up on me. He passed away just 8 days after the trial, waiting for a heart transplant. I called him the Mountain because he really was. I didn't want to ask, but I know he would have stood up for me if he didn't have battles of his own. I need time to regain my health, my strength, and mobility. I need time to stabilize myself financially. I need time to review my case. After visiting the transcript office at the Veterans Courthouse on September 2nd, 2025, the clerk alerted me to an unprecedented issue. She could not find audio recording of the trial and has no access to family court documents because the department was changing offices to another building that same day and their server was down. So I walked over to the Winona Lippman Family Courthouse and I saw for myself they were not completely set up. I was able to submit a motion, but I was told I would have to wait for everything to come back online as they can only work from their laptops. I certify that these events are true and summarized in the best way possible. My request is not an attempt to stall proceedings, and I have no ill will towards the defendant, even though he did what he did. I strongly believe my case deserves a second chance, as the trial judge did not see all the evidence applicable to my case. My request for an extension of time is reasonable given these unforeseen circumstances. I also fear if I do not have this matter of injustice resolved, the offense will be repeated to someone else. I don't want no one else getting hurt. I understand in New Jersey, a notice of appeal for final judgments must be entered within the 45-day period of entry following Rule 24-1A, but please consider the exceptions. An extension can be granted under Rule 24-4A if a motion filed provides reason of good cause and no prejudice to the other party. And respectfully, me, signed and dated. So I have to have that typed, and I don't know, I really don't know how I'm going to get that done. Go to the funeral, and the funeral's in New York City, you know. I'm still trying to figure out the logistics for that, so I'm still up because that's what my mind is up to. I'm always trying to think about how I'm going to get things done. And it's exhausting. I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but God forbid it does. I hope that you have help. I hope you have someone to guide you, and you don't go through what I'm going through, trying to figure it out on your own, because nobody wants to represent you. It's not fun. anyway, that's what I have. And that's it.